you doing? If you've been following this channel regularly, then you probably know that I've recently moved from London to Leeds, so I'm now up north. I'm setting myself up as a personal trainer there. I'm actually in an NP Fit gym, so if anyone is watching that happens to go to that gym, that's me. So what I tend to do is what's one of my specialties is Olympic lifting. I think it's great for athleticism, for power development. I think it's great for your ability to jump, for your ability to sprint. I think it makes you stronger. I think it's a great all-round exercise and I'm really passionate about it. But one of the issues I have quite a lot is that I have people asking me, how do I get started? Like, it seems so difficult to get started. A lot of people won't do it, so they won't get all those benefits. So I just wanted to address a few of those questions people might have had. See if I can encourage some of you guys to get started with some Olympic lifting. So if you really wanted to get started, if I have to tell you the number one thing to get started would be that's going to make everything easier is improve your mobility, specifically in two sort of key areas. Your first one is overhead extension. So you really need to be able to get those arms back and behind your head to support a barbell. And the second one to work on that mobility is getting into a deep squat, which usually means opening up your hips that are tight. So if you can get into a nice deep squat and you can keep your arms overhead, you're pretty much going to be sorted mobility wise. Like, there's a lot of other stuff you can do, but they're going to be your two main ones that are going to give you the biggest bang for your buck and get you started as soon as possible. Really simple, just practice squatting more. Sink down into a squat. You can even, one of my favorites is sink down into a deep squat. If you get like a bar or a pole in front of you, just something to grab onto, and literally just sink back, so you've got something to grab on at the front, but you're sinking backwards into a squat. That's a great way to develop that. Or pop along to my mobility class on Thursday, 6 o'clock. I think that's probably I'll take you through all the same kind of stuff. It'll just be a great way to get started. So yeah, that's number one. That's mobility. That's the thing that I think is going to help you out quite a bit. Number two, I've got it on my little list down here. Plyometrics. So a lot of jumping kind of exercises are really going to help your Olympic lifting. So one of the biggest things that I find is that people don't typically use explosive, they're type 2B muscle fibers. They're just not used, so we're not really used to jumping or running. If you come from that kind of background, maybe an athletics background, you might find it a bit easier. But for the most of us, we're not used to using our body explosively to run and to sprint and to jump. So just incorporating a few like box jumps, a few sprints into your training is really going to help develop those muscles. It's going to make your transition to Olympic lifting much, much easier when you start to incorporate that. So that'd be my second thing. And third, I would say, when you do sort of think about starting, really leave your ego at the door and start ridiculously light. Start just with a bar, learn good technique, focus on keeping the bar close to you, making sure it has a vertical path of travel, really been explosive from the floor. Focus on the crucial bits of the technique, and only add the weight once you've got that technique going, because if not, you're just going to shoot yourself in the foot with it. So they're my 3 points. If you really want to start Olympic lifting, if you fancy doing something a little bit different, something that's really going to help you develop yourself as an athlete, then yeah, mobility first, plyometrics, and then just starting light on the bar. I'm going to be running a class 6:30 till 7:30. That's an introduction to Olympic lifting. So if you want to find out a little bit more, pop along. But they're my 3 tips for today. I'll catch you guys later.